Knowledge is power.
Into the breach.
I answer the wild's call. I flow.
Oh, it's the Juggernaut. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban.
Okay. You ready?
10 seconds remaining.
All right.
Radiant team ban.
Last cough drop, real quick. All right. Transitioning in 3, 2, and 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Monster Energy Dota Summit 13 online. We got one series left today, and it's going to be a treat. My name are Cryptic. We've got Neff here, and tell us, Neff, who do we got coming up on the stage next?
All right, we have For Fun, Business Associate Zero. They go by many names. And we have Spirits, the South American Open Qualifier team. They played... Okay, so far. They are 1 tie and 1 loss at the moment. So they are 1-3 record inside the tournament. And Team Zero, they are tied with them right now at 7 points at 1 tie, 1 loss as well. So we get to find out who comes out on top here. Team Spirits is, they made it through the gauntlet. I'd say that South American Open Qualifier is a lot harder than the North American one right now.
Oh, dude, so the South American qualifiers were stacked.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how many of those teams that you saw that were in there, but there were so many good teams. You had Infinity, G Pride, Ego Boys. Who else am I missing?
Drow Ranger.
Sad Boys was a good team. You also had Unknown. Thank you. That's the other one I'm thinking about, was Unknown. Yeah, previously VLC. Yeah, Crewmates was in there. VLC made it to... They were the last team, weren't they? They lost to Spirits in the finals, or was it someone else? Lost to Spirits in the finals. That's what I think I remember.
Team ban. Dire team ban.
Yeah. Yeah.
Teams there, and you know, Spirits, they came out on top. They beat...
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, so what happened, I guess, from what I was told from a tournament admin, is the first day of qualifiers couldn't be played, so they had to move it exclusively to Sunday. And with the amount of rounds, they made everything best of 1 instead of doing a best of 3 semi and grand finals like we had seen with the North America circuit. Was it?
No. Yeah, grand finals was best
grand
of 3.
Finals was best of 3. You're right. Yeah, semifinals wasn't. Yeah, you're right. But yeah, they just did a best of 1 semifinal instead, which was very interesting.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Team Spirits eliminated 1-0, but you know, I loved seeing 1-0s. I love seeing upsets. You know, even if you could call this an upset, these guys have been pretty good so far. We'll see what they do here. They pick up the Drow Ranger early in the draft too, and
into the Mars though. This is what I don't understand. They picked this into the Mars, one of like the best counters in the game to a Drow Ranger. So I'm very confused. You do have Undying at least. Yeah.
Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds
that's actually
remaining.
true. Hey man, I don't blame you, right?
Dire team pick.
That's what I was just thinking. Is you
10
have
seconds remaining.
this situation where you can just pick up a really good safe lane hero here that counters out the
5
drow,
seconds
and
remaining.
I think Envy going Spectre here would make the most sense. You can definitely run the Undying in the off lane into the Spectre though, which is really interesting. You can either aggro the drow into the Spectre lane, or you can just put Undying there with another hero that has burst
Radiant
damage.
team.
You can deal with the Spectre that way.
Yep, and there's your hero with burst damage. Tiny is picked up next, but they'll probably put him on position 4, if I'm not mistaken. So, Tiny taken now. They'll probably keep taking tanky heroes. I'm not sure they're going to want to run the PA against the Tiny. They take the Chen here. So some early aggression of their own. They banned out the Enchantress against themselves, but
That's going to be Moo's hero, right? Like, this is something he's pretty dang practiced at.
He's okay with it. The thing about Moo is he can do anything.
Remaining.
Best player in Dota 2, undisputed. Nobody can beat him.
5
But
seconds
just because there's no teams in NA, he has been relegated to playing Pause 5 on For Fun.
Yeah, he. I mean, we all remember the TI run, second place, right? TI with that timber saw.
Exactly. It was really funny though. Team Zero, they had a pretty bad performance in BTS Pro Series 3. But now we're on Monster Energy Dota Summit 13. They've been doing a little bit better. It was the last series that Moose stood in for Team Zero at the time, and they ended up winning that one
right.
2-0, but it didn't matter.
Yeah,
They won
I
anyways.
remember it ended up not mattering at all.
Yeah. You were there with me. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it comes full circle, what a small world.
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely taking their time on this pick here.
Yeah, I think at this point they're a little bit worried about For Fun just running at them nonstop. And what is going to deal best with the Chen? What do we have to clear out creep waves and spam this stuff out?
Exactly. I was going to say, you need a creep wave clearer here.
You take under.
And you can't pick someone like Zeus because they Zeus and Drow suffer the exact same thing, right? Then they just pick like a Lycan and your game is over.
Yeah.
But I don't know what you gotta get some form of wave clear. Okay.
I'm not crazy about that. I'm gonna be honest.
It's okay because it works well with Drow. Yeah, there's the Spectre. It just makes way more sense to me just to pick the Spectre here.
Yep. It's too good against the Drow Ranger. It's all right in the lane. Undying struggles to zone it more than other heroes because you have a little bit more sustain. Astro Spectre just being one of the heroes that has a little bit higher base HP regen. Like you put a Hooded Defiance or something on the Chen as well. You have that passive of his that increases a healing in the AoE, provides you with some healing, and then you get the headdress. It's too good. I like Spectre here for those reasons. Bans are going to come out now. They probably want to get rid of the Viper since mid laners are still available, and it does pair pretty nicely with the Drow Ranger.
And it's really good against Viper and Spectre and Mars, right?
Yeah.
2 for 1, so they should probably pick that. Or rather ban it out.
Mm-hmm. And then maybe I'd say a Kunkka along with it, but I think Spirits, they need something else that can sort of do damage alongside the Drow Ranger and punish them for running along with it.
I think they're looking for the Kunkka on For Fun. I think that's the pick that they want.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. I don't
It seems pretty dang good here.
Often,
Great
though.
setup, really good with the Mars as well.
10 seconds remaining.
That is true.
5 seconds remaining.
5 seconds left as far as actual pick time goes.
Well, I'm completely wrong. Look at me.
That's okay. I'm not out of a job just yet. I said, I'm on for 2 weeks as the analyst for the group stage of Monster Energy Summit 13 until I get fired or until Ricky replaces me. It's just him play-by-play casting.
10 seconds remaining.
On days with me, and then on days with Moxie, he's just there as the analyst.
5 seconds.
And then he's also the cameraman.
Team.
Yeah, send me in as the extra cameraman. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
What was that final ban? Invoker? Okay.
Pick.
Void Incarnate.
All right. I like the Void Spirit here. Another great gap closer for the Drow Ranger. If her game wasn't already hard enough against the Spectre, it just got way worse.
Yeah, he's great at turning fights, and he's great with the reach. So, Drow Spirits, they're going to have a pretty rough time this game. I don't see how they come out on top. I don't know what the one pick is that they take that rounds this game out.
5 seconds remaining.
I was thinking that I'm just completely confused. I mean, maybe you take an Underlord or something like that to sit in front of your heroes, but you already have like Axe, Tiny, Undying at this point.
Yeah.
I feel like if you take the Underlord, you just get too many heroes trapped inside the arena and they tear you apart.
You need something to team fight with here.
Yeah. All right. I should have figured
Drow. Okay.
Yeah. I should have figured
Tiny
that
mid.
One.
Is that what we're going to be seeing here?
Mid player.
Okay. So we are going to be seeing Venge mid then.
What is going on? I don't think I've seen Vengeful Spirit mid and
I saw it in my pub actually the other night again with a Drow Ranger. But mind you, this is a, high 5, low 6k pub, so quite different. I think Void Spirit's still going to have a pretty good time here. Like, there's no way you ever connect with Magic Missile once he has to Assimilate.
Yeah, you probably don't even level up that skill. You just want to level up your aura for the extra attack range and stats and harass on the enemies, and with Terra for securing CS and trading hits with Roya here. So you have some options in the laning phase, but when you're fighting against the Dissimilate, when you're fighting against like the damage block he has, and you have such short range yourself, Roya is definitely going to come out on top in this mid lane here. Yes, you needed some sort of save to get heroes off of your Drow Ranger, but I don't think Venge mid was the solution. I think putting Tiny mid would have been a lot better here.
Yeah, this is a little interesting for sure. We'll see how it goes, but overall, I think a pretty stable draft for the side of Zero. I mean, they got a lot of heroes they're very comfortable on. The Snaking Core position. Lina, Mu on his Chen. Of course, Roya on his Void Spirit. Envy player, one of his, he's one of the people that invented, the farming meta for Spectre half the time. All right, game number 1 here, Spirits versus Zero, also known as For Fun. We'll be kind of using both names throughout the day, so just to keep a heads up for that.
Yeah. Shout out to our sponsor, Monster Energy, by the way, keeping us energized throughout the tournament. We've been going all day since 1. We're 6 hours in right now. Wouldn't be here without you guys.
True. Very much appreciated. Thank you, sirs.
Waga's getting in position up here at the top rune, but we're probably going to see the real action here at bottom.
Axe, it'll be interesting to see which spell he goes for first. A lot of people choose to go the Battle Hunger, just for harassment. But if you're against a Chen who's likely to go Divine Fervor, has the headdress as well, you just give so much AoE regen to his lane, which honestly pairs really well with Spectre, who has great base regen, and he did go for double ring of regen and a shared Tango Iron Branch to start out their lane.
Interesting. We've been seeing this as people going more all stat items at the beginning of the lane phase.
Exactly. Envy will be able to grab those rune, or the bottom rune with that quick finger, and Ryoya actually snags it behind their back. That's going to be 5. They just sneaked all 5 runes from the side of Spirit. God, why did I say 5 again? I did that yesterday.
I don't know, man. I don't think there was ever 5 runes at the start of a game. Anyways, let's watch mid. I'm curious how to see this one unfolds at the very beginning. There's the wave of terror securing the CS. Mini, the man, the myth, the legend.
I can't wait to see how this is going to go, honestly.
Yeah.
Venge does have great base damage and great stat gain. This is a hero that, with the extra levels in Venge Aura, you just start farming very easily. And I think she'll probably pick up a value point of Magic Missile around 5 or something, but yeah, I think you're correct. You just max out the Vengeful Aura, especially when you have the Drow Ranger, just makes it that much better.
Yep, so you go from, what was it? At level 1 you have 52 damage, then at level 2 you have 60 damage because you have the Vengeance Aura, and you have the extra attack range as well. But right now Roya is going to have the advantage, just the fact that he has the Quelling Blade and whatnot, but as this goes along, Vengeful Spirit will be able to harass him out of lane and out-damage him. However, you don't have the same tools in your kit to be able to run around and gank lanes on Vengeful Spirit like you do on Roya here. Also,
yeah, absolutely.
Also have to keep in mind the ping advantage, which makes the mid lane matchup a little bit more difficult. They are playing from South America on US server, so Roya is sitting at, oh god, I have no idea what people's names are right now, so I give up.
Snaking top lane, doing a good job at dueling it out with the Undying, forcing that early salve and his clarities. Undying's like trying his best here to zone this out, but not doing the best job. Drow does have 10 CS, top of the charts currently. But Mars pretty close behind. Axe going to start wave cutting here, which makes a lot of sense. Until Moo gets like the ghost or something, there's not a lot he can do. He loses his courier, at least does get it delivered in time though.
For our amusement.
You're not gonna, I guess he doesn't need to keep, he just got too much HP regen. But this is the exact thing that I was talking about down here. You know, Chen with the headdress, he levels up Divine Favor, which gives extra regen. So he wants to play close to Eternal Envy, and by cutting the creep whip here, he's splitting them up. So Envy isn't going to have those heals that he would from Moose being nearby.
They're going to try and go for an Avatos on Chen here. They've got him level 2 Avalanche Toss on top of that Axe. Any procs from that counter looks would probably be a kill, but he's smart enough to not make it. Attack goes for the body blocks as well. Moo on the run. Toss cooling down in 4 seconds, but no mana left. He's going to be just fine.
Lane Nuagi is dropping pretty low as well.
Both these offenders were playing with fire here.
I need you guys to die one at a time so we can catch all this on camera, please.
Yeah, Snake King's been keeping this Undying extremely low.
And this is one of the benefits of playing it here with such long...
Spears that driving the wall, LSA to follow. No mana for God's Rebuke, but they do have a lot of right-click damage. The Soul Rip and the 2-mana decay. Snake King might be the one that goes up first. Nope, there's a beautiful LSA to set it up, and Brax will be the one that claims that first. They do lose the Lina, but the 4 for the 1, you're pretty okay with that.
Brack, you know, just playing with the creep aggro, not letting the tower hit him, but Nuage's running around, duck, dip, diving, and dodging.
He's about to lose 4 strength, but Brax is way out of position. He's just going to have to TP to his tier 1 maybe, or is he going to cut through? He'll just cut through. Okay.
Benny's not going to be able to grab him. You know, thankfully, we didn't miss too much. At the bottom lane, nobody died while we were looking away. But you got the haste right now on Tiny. He's level 2. The question is, are you going to be able to do anything to these guys?
Rioya mid lane, duke it out with Mini, doesn't get the magic missile off. Rioya finishes him off with that resonant pulse. The 3 points in Dissimulate just do so much burst damage.
The cooldown on them is pretty low as well. Yeah, 260 on a 14-second cooldown. Dissimulates, but you know, here's Mini, and you're playing the Vengeful Spirit mini game. Jerry missing that one. I guess forgetting about the fact that Vengeful Spirit, you know, when he dies, he's just still there as an illusion.
It was just hasted. It was hasted Tiny. Just ran back over and Avatossed him is what happened.
I guess, yeah. One down here in the bottom lane. He realized I'm not going to be able to grab a kill.
Do you see Snake King right now? What he's doing to this Drow? He's just putting him in his place. There's a 4 position Lina. Like, I dare you, Drow. I'll fight you. She's just picking on her.
I mean, he can do a lot with this Fiery Soul. He's maxing out the Light Strike array. It's just the better ability for taking fights on people. The extra stun duration.
More damage, too. Yeah. It scales really well in damage.
Yep.
Cooldown's always super low.
It goes up to 2.5 second stun on a 7-second cooldown. It is so insane. People TP in on the top lane. I'm probably about to see some action up here. This is where the Tiny is. This is the man to follow at the end of the hour.
Yeah, he's just running around with boots, trying to have a good time, and he's gonna walk right into Snake King. Toss him back into the Drow. He ends up missing the entire multi-shot, and he's gonna go ahead and try and take down that Tombstone. One more auto attack would have done it. I think he just denies the Tombstone. Yep, there it goes. Nice kill for the Side of Spirits. They pick off that they pick off the Lina. Definitely better than nothing, but a 3,000 gold lead currently for the Side of For Fun.
Yeah. And this isn't particularly surprising. I imagine it's only get worse as the game goes on. Mini not having an ideal time in the mid lane either. You know, ahead of him by how much gold right now? 1,000. Oh my god.
Yeah, I was watching this whole. And Rioya just makes a rotation, finds the axe with ease. Those 4 points in Dissimulate, the Astral Step, makes quick work of him.
The only thing that's really holding him back right now, I mean, he'd be able to commit onto Mini right here on the Vengeful Spirit and blow him up if he a bit more mana. There's a double damage rune up there, and I mean, he's not even bothering to scout for it. Roya's gonna find it, in fact, and he's just gonna move top lane because he sees action happening up here. Let's go, Roya.
He's got a DD. I mean, why not? This is free. This to him. These kills are free real estate, right?
Yep.
He's like, guys, check this out. I press DD. I kill Tiny. Avatos will buy him a little bit of space, but just a few right clicks and a spear. Snaking finishes him off with that Dragon Slave.
And he wrote it. No, you guys didn't take your bounty rune.
Middle tower is under attack.
Oh, that was his own bounty rune. They saved it.
But Tiny was walking around back there for ages. He didn't even bother scouting it.
Just really dive mid for this? I say that he does indeed with a nice taunt in from Envy. He's just going to take his illusion back to the bottom lane. He's like, thank you for that assist, gold sir. Very nice. Tips his hat, says, see you later. Thinking top lane being ran at. Brax does have the arena if he wants to try and make a jump onto this drow. Well, he tried, but definitely misses that spear. They will lose the Lina in the process. Now Brax on the run. Now Benny should be able to finish this up with a few more auto attacks. Well, he has no boots, and Brax has phase. He's too quick.
Yep, there's no catching him now. He's got tons of armor, and unfortunately, you know, only being at level 5 means you lack the damage that you'd get from the armor-piercing ability from marksmanship. So Brax walks away. He is sitting pretty low now, so he's going to need some way to fill up his bottle. I think Lina's about to TP in.
Yeah, exactly, right.
There we go.
Nice. What good teamwork here, you know?
Well, with 3 deaths, Sneaking has been downgraded to water boy of the team, unfortunately.
Yeah, what a shame. Imagine having 50% of your team's deaths. Unbelievable. Bottom lane Moo, a nice swap. We'll put Mini in place for that stun, but nice rotation in from Rita. Once again, the Astral Step, the 4 points into Assimilate. Another drive-by. Moo's gonna be the one that picks up the kill, but this gank to the bottom lane just completely fails. Now Rita level 9.
I think he's actually angry about that in the comm because we see a whoops and the siren come out afterwards. What the hell, guys? I'm rotating down here. There's no point if I'm not gonna get the kill.
He's like, guys, I need... was it? What? He's going Echo Saber?
I guess so.
Echo Saber does apply the slow during Astral Step, technically.
I mean Astral Step already applies.
That was the joke. Woo! Yeah, that was a good one.
Right over my head.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly, I am beyond words for this one.
I mean,
really just experimenting, or he's just
disassemble it. That's the play. You disassemble it into your Orchid, and then eventually a BKB or something else. Ogre Axe builds into so many different things. Aghanim Scepter, BKB, Sarge.
I just noticed that Dyer's bottom.
What if he just rusts your Silver Edge, though?
Yeah. And what if he does rush Silver?
Yeah, what are we gonna say when Ryoya gets a Silver Edge on this Void Spirit? 10-minute bounties are out. Top lane, Tiny gonna pay for his sins trying to go for that one as he gets just manhandled by some centaurs. Brax drops that arena, does manage to find the Undying Tombstone on high ground. Gonna buy him a little bit of space, but all it's really gonna do is save the Drow Ranger. Oh, like 50 zombies there just jumping all over him. They can't make it to the high ground almost.
They smoke up, but they saw it. I think it was still... Oh no, it was in vision of this ward over here, not the shrine, but yeah, that's going to allow me to just retreat. Not having such a good time right now. Still, even increasing that gap right now. You are now, God, 1700 gold ahead of the enemy mid.
Yeah, and Ryoya does have another DD rune, so anyone that he sees that he wants to kill, he basically can. He just needs a little bit of mana to work with.
They are looking.
All right, swap in to go for Brax just on the mark. He doesn't have arena, but did find a little bit of space. A lot of damage coming up, but there's the hand of God saving him for a moment. You trade 1-for-1. Axe will fall. A nice avalanche to toss out from Tiny. LSA doesn't connect, but Ryoya, he's in. That to Assimilate with that extra DD rune, who will Astral Step himself one more time to the high ground. He's in trouble here, though. He's got to be careful. There's a toss into Envy. Should be able to make some space, as well as the Lina. Red's just gonna walk away.
Yeah, managed to dodge that gust coming out at the exact same time with the Assimilate. Oh, sorry, the Astral Step to the high ground there.
Yeah, that was nice. I was wondering if he was just gonna attack one more time. Made sense to go for the Astral Step because of that gust from the Drow.
Dire's top tower is being attacked like nobody's business.
Now mid lane is going to be, ooh, it's in deny range right now. The question if the enemies want to deny this or hold it. Slow down the enemy team if they choose to leave it up right now. But Mini, he's in a pretty dangerous place against Roya and Snake King. These guys have been out for blood this game.
Dire's middle tower is under.
Well, they're gonna get 2 towers identically, right? Rex takes top, Roya takes mid. They are 7,000 gold ahead now, 12 minutes into the game. Roya's gonna grab an Invis rune, and does he actually have an Echo Saber?
No, he's disassembling it, dude.
Yeah.
It's fine, I swear.
He's going Yules next. Definitely a disassemble.
Radiant's bottom tower is being subjected to.
It'll be fine, smile.
I'm about it, dude. I'm about it.
But this guy, he builds
Dire's top tower
he builds Aghanim Scepter and he builds Orchid, so it makes sense for him to have this right now, even if he doesn't get it right away. He needs the Yules picked up next, though. Okay, never mind. He needs the Desolator picked up next.
Mid lane and jump onto Mini. Easy set. They just throw everything at this Vengeful Spirit for some reason. Roya still has Astral Step and a Sim. He doesn't use either and just dies instead. All right.
That was the tower that finished him off at the very end there, so he could have gotten out of the simulate, I believe.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, ooh, Axe almost walks onto the high ground. Some sorries come out from Bax. Like, my bad, guys. I didn't mean to blow that one. Centaur Stomps are available. A toss in goes for the call. Axe will grab the Lina. Tombstone is dead.
Like nobody's business.
Easy kill for them. Spirit showing some signs of life.
Yep. Unfortunately, you know, they aren't able to follow up and get another kill after that. They didn't get the Culling Blade off on the enemy, so that means no movement speed bonus. While this is happening, you know, Envy, he's been farming away. The only time he participated in a fight so far is when he haunted into Great Sea. He opted to go mill. It was a little bit weird, but I guess he's trying to deal with the early game advantage. He's Spirit, Ranger, Tiny Undying. You think, okay, I'm gonna have a fight, but he hasn't yet. But it's also a little bit better for farming now, right?
The Blade Mill, we've stacked back a little bit. Really good for farming. You can take jungle camps very easily. That's bonus armor. You can actually clear ancients with it, with the active, because it does that 20% return, and it's pre-version damage as well. So, Vengeful or Spectre basically just lets creeps kill themselves in essence, really.
What is he doing with the courier? Eternal Envy? Envy? What?
He's just gonna send it back to base and sell it, maybe? I have no idea. But there's a fight breaking down by the mid tower, and Laguna Blade comes out. 2 heroes dead on Spirits. Nice. Gus comes out. Spectre hunts on in, cast that Blade Mill, but he's underneath a Tombstone. Needs to get on out of there just for a moment. Looks like they're not done chasing. These zombies are doing some serious work. Rioya doesn't look like he's able to get out of here quite yet. Astral Step in one makes it. Gives himself that distance, spears that Tiny into the wall. Looks like For Fun will be able to give themselves the distance that they need for this fight.
Needs to be careful here on the axe, and Roya's here with the double damage. You need to be careful where you lead this man as well. You have Mini here with no HP.
There's gonna be a nice remnant. Brax sets that bad boy up. They will see the rest of the boys coming down, so they will back off.
Well, Envy doing exactly what you were talking about now, using that Blade Mill to farm up the Ancients.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. It's like the old Necro book. I'm not sure if you remember, because Necro books increasing damage and can kill Ancient. Like it's really, really, really strong.
Makes sense to me.
Nice taunt in the bottom lane. They're going to find Rioya on the Blood Spirit. Tanks a stun as well, but a nice spear from Mars might actually be enough to save him. He's going to turn around. Is he serious? This guy's mad. He can't. Oh, he should have just gone for the kill. Should have just gone for the kill.
I'm afraid. Radiant's courier.
Yeah, he loses his courier as well. Was it? Did he go with the item still on? He did. There's a Mithril Hammer on that courier.
He's going Echo Saber Deso. Not that we see all that often, but hey.
I think they're looking to play a little bit more aggressive right now, but that was a costly death there.
Yeah, Axe has Blink now,
Dire's
so
top tower is under attack.
He's feeling pretty good. It is a 7,000 gold lead still for the side of Zero, and A double ghost here for Moo. He's feeling extra spooky today. There's going to be a nice arena catching the act. Vinny with the swap out. Stuns up that Marsh for the time being, but they're just focused on the tower. They're going to be able to bring it down, no problem. Brax snakes it up to the high ground. Blink Call will catch him. Snaking. Gust comes out from the drop. Brax just going to be left to die.
Feels pretty bad, but you got to make sacrifices as you leave. Ma, he's not done though, you know.
Is Blink
got his paws up in a couple seconds.
Yeah, they'll be able to catch Snaking here.
Yep. Wraps around, wants to come up in the air. Doesn't get the chance, so he's finished off with the culling blade, and of course that'll give them the extra movement speed they need to disengage, so Roya doesn't catch them.
And V is just playing on the opposite side of the map constantly. Like every time they start to put pressure wherever he is, he's just like peace and TPs somewhere else and goes to farming. Waits for that Haunts cooldown, is like joins the fight for 3 seconds and then just goes back to where he came from. He's just all about picking up items, getting to be that critical mass Spectre. He's closing in on that Manta Styles that's being delivered actually as we speak.
So now he's really able to take fight. He's gonna have to switch the treads over to strength when he does. 17 minutes in the game, by the way. Tier 2 neutral items. As I say, that one drops. He's got the M Claw. Instantly swaps that one out. He probably wants something like a People's Gift instead, though. To be honest with you, that extra bulk he gets from the 13 strength.
Yeah, Pupil's Gift is good. Aquila's good. Embrace really good. You can honestly go for. You could make an argument for the Dragon Scale in this game because of Drow Ranger. Going bonus armor is really good. It's one of the reasons Blade Mail is even more effective this game. So instead of having, 20 armor right now against the Drow, you effectively have 6. So we'll just see them rotate on into the Roshan, and with Moo here, this giant army, Spectre Illusions trying to do what they can. They'll do decent amount. Blink Call comes out. There's good arena trapping to Drow. Not able to do much of anything because she's just not even close to this fight yet. It's Roya just be able to cleave down that Vengeful Spirit. Tiny goes down as well. Roya chasing after the entire beast. Cut by those zombies for the time being. Benny up on the high ground. Hurricane pikes himself away for a moment, but a great Blink Spear out from Brax, and that is going to be 4 heroes going down on the side of Spirits, and guess who's still being chased? It's going to be the Axe on the top lane. Does have that Blink though. Brax, he has no spells, so he will be out.
Is being attacked like
back into the Roche pit.
Eternal Envy clearing this out using his Manta style. It makes a lot of sense that you would go for this right after grabbing that as well, because you do full damage to the Roshan with your Desolate. The illusions actually, which just hit for 45-60 pure damage here. Mid lane Roya shoving in the lane and getting information on the enemies, knowing that they're not going to counter initiate onto the Roshan and steal the Aegis from Envy. So 10k net worth up at 19 minutes now. Pretty dang good. Roya gets that Desolate delivered as well. He's going to take the Claw. What did Envy end up finding? Embrace. Okay. So very nice. They're going to go ahead and find the Undying, and oh my lord, that Void Spirit just shredded him. Yep. He's got the Desolator done now. He has the Echo Saber.
I'm honestly all about this build. I like it a lot.
I'm not.
I don't know how I don't really know if it's at all better than like your standard Yules or Aghanim Scepter build. This game, it's pretty cool.
They go for it.
Experimenting for sure. A nice spear catches the Vengeful Spirit. A great call comes in from Axe with the 2-man LSA. Gonna help finish up these kills as Axe will be the second default. Double kill for Eternal Envy, and Benny may have stuck around just a little bit too long as he's not able to force staff up onto the high ground. 3 more kills for the side of 0. 22-12.
Yep, and they're just ready to tear through these towers. Tier 2 has been taking the top lane already. They rip through this Tier 2 in the mid, and of course they have their Cardi coming through.
They can go high ground, I think, behind Envy, right? Oh, well, as I say that, he goes bottom, so never mind. Oh, no, he canceled. Someone was mad and said, Envy, don't you do it. Yeah. Go hit their Tier 3 tower.
That was Brax, he said, don't do it.
Someone definitely was like, don't you do it, Envy. We need the tower damage.
Yeah, Envy was like, guys, I have Haunt ready in 21 seconds. Like, we have Catcall now, Envy.
And Mini, like, he just says, you know, screw it, I'm just gonna man up and fight you. Mini taking so much damage from the Eternal Envy, and now swaps out the Undying for some reason, and he ends up just losing his life right away. A great gust from Benny. The Tombstone is still on the high ground, doing what it can. Undying falls. Now the Tombstone is down. And goes Ryoya, a nice remnant, ends up catching the tiny, a little bit of a mistake there. Becky doing a decent chunk of damage, but there's the arena. The spear pins that draw into the wall. Great call comes in from Axe once again, but there's just too much damage. All 5 heroes go down. GG is called, and this is why you don't back when you have the advantage.
Yeah, this game easily could have gone on a little bit longer. It gives Spirits a chance to get back into the game. You have the Aegis on the Spectre, and Catapult was coming in. This is like a classic OG play. You just keep going. Why not win if you're able to right
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Yeah, stretch it out. All right. Yep. All right, man, ready? All right, transitioning in 3, 2, and
Dire
1.
team ban.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Monster Energy Dota Summit 13. Again, I'm Ricky. With me, Neff. We've got one game left for the day. It's the last game of the night between Zero and Spirits Esports. Whoo! What a game number 1 for Zero, though. They crushed it.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah. No. I corrected myself instantly there. Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
Never happened. I have never made a mistake in my life, Ricky.
That's true. I totally understand that. I believe
team
it.
Pick.
All right. Magnus banned out first phase
Dire team
this time around. He got through some drafts and nobody picked him up earlier, but now we're seeing Donovan Phoenix as well. Not a very big surprise. For some reason, they banned out Mars first. I think Braxy had a pretty good game on it last time.
Yeah, maybe they just don't want to give Spirits the first pick potential for it, but
10 seconds.
I feel maybe they're just feeling like playing something else. Maybe the Brax Enigma, they'll pull that bad boy out. Always a fan of seeing it.
The Tiny, that one makes sense to me. I feel like it was definitely him who made these kills happen last game.
Team pick.
Yeah.
So, you stick with what works and then you improve on it. So they take Rubik now, first pick for fun. The Snake King specialty. He makes a lot of things happen with this hero, and you can put him with basically any offlane and he'll have a solid time. This will kind of limit what Spirit can pick up in response.
Yep. Big fan. I mean, Rubik is just always a fun hero to watch. No pun intended there. Yeah, typically we've been seeing a lot of, obviously Magnus, for instance, this game is banned. We've been seeing a lot of Magnuses, and the Rubik has been pretty much the response a lot of the time to deal with that. Apparently we got a lot of catJAMMERS in chat right now. A lot of catJAMMERS.
I'm one of them.
Now. Oh, you are?
Dire team pick.
Let's pick up next.
You know what? That copy pasta is never going to get old, so it's fine.
But yeah, let's pick up second here. I like that as well. This gives them a lot more early game strength, and they're not making the same mistakes they made last game. Drow picked up in the first phase. It feels like there's too many things that counter it out, and I love Leshrac. I love me some Leshrac. This hero is way too good, Ricky.
Snaps for that, man. This hero is solid.
You get to ban all the heroes that are pretty good against it. So they'll probably take Pugna and whatnot out here. He just wipes the floor with the guy in the laning phase, and outside, team fights his burst volume. You don't have such a great time. Anti-mage, of course, makes a lot of sense. He gets on top of you or he bursts you down afterwards. It's just a hard game for you.
Yeah, and we saw in the game earlier, anti-mage versus Leshrac, typically you just target him for the mana void, since Leshrac burns through mana so fast. And unless you have a very high charged Bloodstone or a Lincoln's or something, you don't have the mana to sustain it. So it's one of those counters that's very difficult to deal with. So makes sense. I think it's a good ban for sure. They ban out the Beastmaster as well.
But no Pugna gone yet, and that tends to get by the wayside quite a bit. And you're in the same camp as me. We think that Pugna is an undervalued hero.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that hero is pretty darn good.
Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I mean, group stage is not really a time to, really mess around, especially unless you're at the top, clearing teams out one after another. But it does make it. It's one of those things where you do want to make sure you get a good placement, or that you even qualify for playoffs, right? So Team Zero does not have the luxury of joking around. I guess the Zoomers did earlier today. But
Well, speaking of that, I actually spoke to them. There was one game that Zoomers were playing. I forget who it was against, maybe Infamous or something. They lost the game because they tried to close it out fast. It was Sammy Boy's birthday, and he had some stuff to do. So they tried to rush the enemy base instead of take their time and farm, and the game ended up going way too long because of it, and they ultimately lost.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, so you play Dota like that, you could lose. There used to be a thing where some tiebreakers were decided by how fast one team's win would be. But because Dota is such a complicated game, being able to win a game faster necessarily doesn't make you a better team.
Yeah, it means borderline nothing in Dota. A lot of it can just come down to the draft.
Yep.
So they just pick Envy Spectre right out of the gate. What are the bans, though? Do they have any options here?
They can pick Viper here.
I was like, they can pick Viper, they can pick Terrorblade.
10 seconds remaining.
So Spirits, they're open to do a lot in response to Spectre. I'm surprised that they grabbed this one up. They're probably thinking this is going to be another Roy game.
Well, I guess
he gets to...
can't pick Terrorblade, actually. Never mind. You're against the Leshrac.
Yeah, you'll get blown up. We saw what magic damage you do him earlier. That Clockwork, the Dark Seer, my god. So what do you take here against Spectre? I feel like it wouldn't be awful to take the Viper at this point. You're up against the Leshrac with it. You do have that magic resistance on yourself. And you can zone him out of the lane decently. That poison attack if you start winning. I wouldn't hate to see that here.
What other carriers can you pick? I mean, if Slark wasn't such a terrible hero, I'd say Slark wouldn't be bad. But he just, again, another hero that gets melted by Leshrac.
Incarnate.
All right, they're going to take the Void Spirit this time. Deny that pick on over from Ryoya, but honestly, I think it's going to be Ryoya on the Leshrac this game.
Yeah, it probably will be, but it does give them the reach of the Leshrac decently with the Void Spirit at this point. I'm not sure just the Void Spirit on the Leshrac by himself is something you want to do. I mean, closing that gap means you're under the effects of Diabolic Edict. You're under Pulse Nova. It's kind of scary, to be honest with you. You need somebody else to go on in with you.
Yeah, definitely.
And
we'll agree to that.
Well, you do have the Frost Shield to negate some of that damage. I don't think it's enough. Now, see what they pick up here and for fun. They probably want some harder lockdown. There we go.
Okay.
Clockwork comes out.
Pick.
Yeah. Lich hates dealing with that hero as well. He just gets onto Lich and suddenly he's not able to do anything. Walks at him decently. Like normally Lich just dominates whatever lane he's in, having Frost Shield and
10 seconds remaining.
How do I forget Lich's first spell?
Frost Blast?
Frost Blast had the same name. It's been in game for 20 years.
Hey man, it's been a long
getting
game.
late.
Don't sweat it, we've been casting a lot,
Yeah, that's definitely been in the game for 20 So Clockwork hates dealing with it. Normally Frost Blast allows you to just completely dominate a lane, but he's not going to be able to now. So Spirits, okay, they grab the Slardar, and that's pretty good against a Spectre.
Yeah, it's a great lane counter in general. They could try and do the same things they did last time, which is just pick up those double rings of regen to try and out-sustain the Slardar, because you don't really trade well. Every time you come up for a last hit, he's just going to smack you and then slither and crush you and smack you some more. The Clockwork, I think, is going to be the 5, because you want the Rubik.
The Clockwork, it will probably be the 5. Yeah,
right.
You want the Rubik playing position 4. You want him a little bit greedy. He needs 1 or 2 items before he can really come online, and we talked about that's one of the reasons why we don't really like Clockwork as position 3, because he can do just as much with no gold as he can with a little bit of gold.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking here. So we're going to be seeing Slardar and Tiny in the offlane most likely. This is a pretty strong lane, right? You can just toss someone right back to the Slardar, or just get a casual toss, and again, like I said, you just keep hitting people. I'll be curious if he goes for an Orb of Venom in this lane on the Slardar. You could justify picking it up pretty early.
You could. I think he'll just try to zone Spectre out of the lane and get as much gold as he can. They ban out the Timber Saw. They're playing against the Slardar and the Tiny, so I don't imagine they would have picked a Timber Saw here.
The Life Stealer. Oh, that was a good pick. I didn't think about that one. Sorry.
I don't love that. Sorry. They're forgetting which team is which at the moment. The Life Stealer was really good against them, yeah. They banned out the PA as well. Here's the one-man fight on top of the Spectre. Get On the Leshrac, you don't have to deal with this huge magical burst.
Yeah,
What do you think here,
they all
Ricky?
pair really well with the Slardar too. I mean, you need to pick a fighting hero.
Ricky?
Oh, can you not hear?
Not that Ricky.
10
The other
seconds
Ricky.
remaining.
The hero.
5 seconds remaining.
It's a feature.
All right, nice
Dire
feature,
team
Dota.
pick.
We back very quickly. Oh, Faceless Void. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good.
It's all right. You don't have tons of damage inside the Chronosphere right now. You have the Shade Frost to rely on, but you're also playing into a Rubik, and we've seen what MSS was doing earlier today with some of these Chronosphere steals.
Yeah, his chronos were incredible. And then on top of it,
5
if they
seconds
don't have
remaining.
Corrosive Haze on the target when you're going for that chrono, you're not going to be able to do enough damage, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
Now the question is, do they want to offlane the Leshrac into the Faceless Void, which at level 2 stun I think is 2 seconds.
Yep.
So you can no longer backtrack that.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. I think. What do you take mid here? Maybe something. Kunkka? Kunkka's still in the pool? He is. You can grab Kunkka here.
Yeah, you could. You definitely could.
You need.
I mean, I would love to just see Brax's Enigma here, but it's just so difficult to play into like Tiny and Lich. Oh, they go Night Stalker. Okay.
Select your heroes.
All right, so there's your offlaner, and it is Roya here on the Leshrac. So they're gonna put Brax on the Night Stalker. I was thinking they needed some sort of frontline hero. Kunkka wouldn't have been awful. I wouldn't have minded Leshrac in the offlane, but you know, you run away with the game much quicker with Leshrac playing the mid.
Yeah, and Night Stalker has a pretty good lane against the Faceless Void as soon as nighttime comes around overall. Like, the lane actually just gets really easy for him. Because you just, when it comes to Faceless Void, the thing is you just, like, backtrack or time walk off all of the, like, nuke damage. But as soon as it's nighttime, Night Stalker just clicks you repeatedly. And you can't really just time walk auto attacks, because as soon as you time walk the auto attacks, he voids you and gap closes and you die. So yep. you actually can't really sustain the lane against the Night Stalker as soon as nighttime comes around.
Mm-hmm. There should be a lot of fun draft, though. You know, Eternal of Envy is doing a good job. Everyone watching last time, actually Brax, who yelled at Envy, said, "What do you do? Be bottom of the game right now. Just get this over."
That was so funny. He just like TPs and I'm just like dumbfounded. I'm like, going, and Brax apparently says the exact same thing. Don't you dare push lane. We end now.
I think it is hilarious. Brax is like the most calm, nicest guy, but he's also probably like one of the only people that Envy is going to listen to. You know, if Brax, the voice of reason, tells you that you shouldn't be teleporting, not teleporting. Yeah. All right, last game of the night. It's been a really fun day worth of Dota.
You really should.
And it's going to be Team Spirits, or Spirit Esports rather, versus Team Zero. And we're going to see Mini in the mid lane on this Void Spirits. He's going to be paired up against Rioya's Leshrac, which Leshrac I think does pretty well in this lane overall. I don't think it's that bad. Mm-hmm. Good luck. Have fun. God bless. Every day is the first day of the rest of your lives, you guys. Preach it. The cult of Quinn Callahan, right? John 3:22. Good luck. Have fun. That sounds right. That sounds exactly. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it is.
Limited imagination you have.
Well, they have a nice ward here just to scout out the backside of the tree line.
30 seconds
Snaking's gonna cut trees to give, or not Snaking, but Brax just cut out some of these trees to give him a little bit of pathing options. Let's see. Envy went the exact same build: double ring of regen, shared tango, iron branch, and the quelling blade. And this makes sense to me, right? Because he just needs to out sustain the Slardar. You can't trade with this guy. There's no trading against this hero at all. Mm-hmm.
This is it.
Slardar
the battle
is always going to win that. All right, over here. They give up 2 for 2 bounty runes. At the top, they just don't want to deal with the Slardar. Give them some extra procs, or sorry, extra stacks of that initial pre-bash the deep. What do you even call them? Do you call those procs? I call them stacks, yeah. Stacks? All right. Stacks, yeah. Technical term for them. Move.
on his clockwork. How do you feel about this new clockwork set, by the way? This is the one that came out in that new chest.
What the hell does he have going on here? He looks like
He's like a beetle.
Yeah, I don't like that. Hate bugs.
Yeah, I think the ironically, based on what you just said, my favorite set that came out in that chest is actually the new Weaver set.
Yeah.
Tiny's gonna do the classic pull here on this. Opt to block the small camp instead of the hard camp though, which is a little interesting to me because I'm not sure if you know this, but ooh, well, mid lane real quick, Ryoya falling low. Is he gonna be fine?
Yeah, you know, one of my favorite things to do is just the fact that Earth Spirit is so bad in lane. I play tons of that hero. I go over here, I pull the creep wave down to here. I use the enemy creeps to block the camp. At the same time, I roll forward into the enemy camp, and I block that one too. Yeah. It is very ownage. If your hero's not good at sitting in lane, find other ways to be efficient on the map.
Yep. So they do ooh, Lich bottom lane, super low. What just happened? I guess just took a giant nuke to the face, like double nuke.
Yep. Just running in. Brax continued to try to run into mid, but now we're getting the punish for it. Benny, he's got 1 point in time lock, but he doesn't get any lucky procs off onto them.
It was not meant.
And he's forced to sit back for a little while. Just pop the clarity onto himself, and he pops the salve as well. So he doesn't want Brax to be able to run him and cancel that clarity at the moment. Take a quick look mid lane. You know, a little bit ahead right now on Mini, which makes sense. He does have the top.
That's a big courier kill, and Moo, I mean, is gonna keep running for his life, but a toss gonna hold him in place. Slither and Crush in one. This should be first blood, but the dagger slows him just enough. Well played there. Moo knows his limits, man. He knows exactly how far he can take this, and he's just gonna salve up, pop that clarity, be ready to rejoin the fight here in just a short moment.
The man, the myth, legend, and a DC by Benny. The game pauses itself as he disconnects, and he was walking backwards anyway. I think when the creep wave was still there. Brax, he's pretty low at the moment. I feel like if you had a little bit more control over what was going on, Brax might have died there. But, you know, I guess he does have a Frost Blast available.
He's quite far away, though. I guess he could probably he might be able to close the gap. There's a few, I think 2 more ticks left on Frost Shield. He might be able to close the gap, hit him with that first class, and that might be first blood onto the Night Stalker. Still sitting on a Fairy Fire though, so yeah, might have to get lucky with a Snaking, Mango for a telekinesis. So I have some options here. We'll see how it plays out.
Benny needs your support, everybody. Send him your energy. Let him get a bash off. Send him your assistance. You know, you need the Benny Spirit Bomb here. For fun, they definitely have the advantage here. They have 1 game under their belt. Spirit needs this win. They need your support.
Absolutely.
Somebody said, isn't Eternal Envy rank 1? What?
No, dude. Envy's like rank 30. Rank 1 is Quinn. Rank 2 is RTC. Rank 3 is Sumail, to my knowledge. Oh man, I was off by 1. Look at me go. All right, G's are out. We're ready to begin. Benny gonna look for this kill. Can he find it? No, he turns his attention on over to Snake. And slow down for a little bit. Cross blast is right there. The Mango telekinesis makes space. Well played.
Yeah, it's usually the very still the react time, Manta dodge mid laner that's super high rank. 1, 2, 3, 5. The enemy being that would be surprising.
Yeah, same. I agree. That'd be it. Tiny almost gets Boo's courier as a bait. Go ahead and get top of the cog and made a little base, so he's gonna be just fine.
Okay, they're looking to mid. Roy starting to get an advantage here, and that makes sense, you know, given the fact that they fall back on at the start of the laning phase. It makes up for it once you have a couple spells for Roy. We
just can't do much of anything with this here because the Tiny just has boots first. And anytime you try to cog him, it just tosses you away.
Yep. And nothing
Well,
to
you can't,
toss you to
there's
here.
nothing to toss you to here. So Moo's just gonna slap him a little bit. And the idea here is the 4-minute runes are coming, and Moo wants to make sure this Tiny cannot offer any assistance. In the meanwhile, bottom lane, a lot going on here as Ryoya now sandwiched between two heroes. As a haste rune comes out, Leshrac, oh my goodness.
This is the
second
BM
PC.
pause. Oh my god. Well, yeah, there's no way he lives here, right?
No, yeah, if you have Frost Shield available on a hasted Lich, there's nowhere to go. I mean, best case scenario though, if he gets like a split earth onto Void Spirit, does he have the damage? It's only level 1 split earth, and Edict's about to expire. No, he's definitely dead. Can't get any kill out of this.
Yep. So the Frost Shield is going to come out from him. You're going to get the 2 auto attacks, and the team is going to rejoice. Snaking isn't going to be there in time. Where's the audio? I can't hear them. That is definitely a just that person problem.
Yeah, I just like panicked for a moment. I was like,
No, everyone else has been commenting things that we're saying.
Yeah, okay. We're Gucci.
You're fine. You're doing a wonderful. Well, Jerry's doing a wonderful job with production.
You mean me? It's definitely all Jerry. Jerry's done a fantastic
Except
job.
for those kills.
Minus the few kills, a couple kills here and there. And he's been hungover and 0 sleep, but hey, he's doing the best he can.
Yeah.
Dude, what if Roya like levels up in the mid lane here, gets level 5, 2 points in that split earth, pops that fairy fire and kills Mini? What would happen? Actually,
Mini dies here.
he's about to get level 5 first, and there's no creeps about to die. So this is just impossibilities.
The dire creep is about to die.
Yeah, so I'm saying Mini's gonna get 5, not Ryoya.
Yeah. We have another resonant pulse.
Another courier about to be slain. Ooh, this one's cute.
Remember when you used to get God, item drops inside the game when things would happen, like double kills, triple kills, courier kills?
Yeah, that was when Valve like would give you sets just randomly. They don't do that anymore.
Yeah. But for some reason sets were also worth more money back then. I think they were just less in the game at the time.
There was a lot smaller player base, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I say that, but
I'd say it's smaller right now.
it's definitely, we're at the smallest player base I think we've had in, 8 years?
That'll happen. It'll go back up. Dire Tide will come. The new heroes will be released in November. Valve is sponsoring these NA tournaments. Shout out to Valve and our sponsor, Monster Energy.
We wouldn't be here without them, so we've had a lot of great Dota so far, and there's plenty more to come, so yep, big thank you to them. Sure that he will be rejoining the game here any moment.
If not, the admin's about to throw the rule book at him and say, you have 6 minutes for Benny to rejoin the game.
Now, while we're at it, let's take a look at some of the couriers in this game. Where are all the other ones?
Let's just look at the cat courier over here, man. Come on, look at this thing. It is adorable. It's pushing a little soul booster.
Oh yeah, these were the TI. This was the TI couriers. Right?
Yeah, this one pushing the soul booster. There's some that push like Octarine core.
Yeah,
and
this is
stuff.
only level 4. Oh my gosh, mine has the Octarine core.
Humble brag.
I mean, it's not the Aegis of Immortality. The Aegis of Immortality is like the cat's bright gold, and I think you had to get to level 2000 or something, or level 1500. I don't remember. It's very high level.
Did you get your? You got 683, it seems. I got 410. I mostly just leveled mine up. I didn't buy any levels.
Yeah, I think I bought the summer bundles, and that was about it. We got Shagbark here, one of the classic original OG couriers.
Mm-hmm.
What do we got on the bottom lane here? Just a donkey. Snaking. Some people love the classics.
Yeah, like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Sun Tzu.
The Beaver Knight. Shout out to Sing Sing, I believe. Wasn't this his courier?
Yeah, it was. I remember snaking. Sorry.
Snaking's in the game. Yeah, I remember when he used to play Dota too, back in the days.
Sing Sing was tons of fun. Watching, you remember Speed Gaming?
Oh yeah, I mean,
Cloud9.
how could anyone forget Speed Gaming?
Cloud9. Sing Sing brought out tons of content to Dota 2, and I miss him.
What is this bad boy? Oh my gosh, this one's so weird. I don't understand this one. The porcine princess Penelope. It's like a giant pig riding on the back of a gnome.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a weird career. It's a good one though. It's pretty sick, but yeah, a weird one for sure.
My career is you know, the yin and yang fox spirits. I ate that, and it's just named Willie the Weeaboo dog.
Nice.
A gift from my buddy Kazkron, who does all my tech stuff for me. That, and I've got the very low polygon axe head that's attached to my profile. You know the ones I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Dude, I'm all about hats. I don't know if you know this. I'm big into the hat scene
I'm
of Dota.
very anti-hat myself.
Really?
Yeah, that's why we were talking about my Clink set yesterday and how it's got like the default sorry, not a default thing. Yeah, let me look at it again. The uncomic runic bow of corruption, the demon quiver of the crypt guardian. I'm not even sure these are part of sets. These are just like individual items that used to get released with the chest. You'd open the chest and you'd get one item.
Do I dare show you my 3 sets now on stream? My 3 featured sets. 3 minutes of pause time left.
I just three attended. You went to 2019?
No.
Oh, I see. Someone just gave you a code for it.
I may or may not have someone who I may or may not know someone who was there and had an extra code for it. Yeah.
Ah. Of TI9. He's actually going to give it to me, I think, in the next couple of days. He doesn't want it anymore. Which is very cool.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Little piece of TI history.
I have a few cool things from TI. Some very like limited edition prints from like artists stuff that I am working on getting framed, but I have yet to hang up.
Oh, I don't. And I have no idea. I have like storage, I think, at one of my dad's condo storage things, and there's like a box of a couple things that I might have, but I don't even know what's in there.
Dude, we have so much Dota swag in this house. It is insane.
Yeah, you're talking about it. You guys sound like some serious nerds over there.
Huge Dota nerds, man. I mean, so I bought the original Weta collectibles when those things came out years ago. I was one of the people that like pre-ordered them. They were like the run of 500 for like the Vanguard, Butterfly, and Demon Edge. So
Yep.
I have one of each of those hanging on my wall. And then I bought Brian for was it Christmas or his birthday one year, like a giant print of Slark, and it's like a 2 foot by 4 foot painting of Slark, and it's just like framed on our wall downstairs. And I have like a 12-foot tall banner of Dota 2. You got a whole bunch of stuff.
My roommate's got a bunch of Dota plushies, but she doesn't really play Dota anymore.
Yeah.
But she still keeps them around. She's got more stuff than I do, and she doesn't play the game anymore.
Yeah, I definitely gave away a lot of my plushies and stuff from over the years, because I used to do stuff with like my university esports, and we would raffle a lot of stuff off at our like Dota tournaments, and so I ended up just donating a lot of my like plushies and stuff that I'd gained over the years.
You keep that stuff, man. I regret not having mine anymore. Getting rid of mine over the years. Definitely still wish I had like TI shirts and whatnot.
I have all my like wearable stuff, and I have the mini figurines. All of those I still have. I just don't have the plushies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, guy thinks he's too cool for for holding on to any material possessions, and then I look back and I go, oh no, I wish I still had all this stuff. It was so awesome.
10 seconds left. We'd appreciate if you didn't unpause. Well,
that's a shame.
That's definitely a shame.
I want to make an all chat that admin has to make a call. It's not fair to leave it to the players.
Yeah.
Yeah, the admin resumed.
Yeah, it makes sense. Oh.
Well, he was the one who was DC'd.
Oh! my god! After it all, we completely forgot what was even happening in the game. This stuff in the mid lane. We got first blood. It goes to snaking. Nice.
I'm not sure if they were ready for that on for fun. Because there's no G from both teams. There's no G from anybody. They just had to resume the game. Yeah. It looks like somebody's playing Benny now down here in the bottom lane.
You know, someone's gonna be really mad at Jerry for that one, I'm sure.
Yeah. It's that one. Just talking about video games, nerd stuff, when there's actual video games to watch.
So, the first blood did go over to snaking. Oh no! It went over to the lich. Okay, I was very confused. I was like, how did snaking actually kill him before the lich died? But it looks like that's exactly what we expected. Okay.
Still not back in the game. I think you send them at creep camps right now and try to do other stuff, or you send Lich at creep camps and you try to do stuff. I'm not great with micro.
Clockwork almost managed to find the Tiny in the jungle there. As you said earlier, right, when there's no one to toss to, it is a frustrating experience. And now Clockwork can just walk back up to the top lane and try and bully out this starter a little bit, make some space for Envy. Mid lane, some fighting back and forth. Both heroes have their level 6 now. Snaking just for some reason goes underneath the tower. He misses the Dissimulate though, and we'll be fine. Start our top lane. There it is, baby. That battery assault sets up a kill for Eternal Envy. And this all started at that 5-minute rune where he's able to zone out that Tiny. And speaking of Tiny getting zoned out, he loses his life to Leshrax level 6. Those 3 points at Edict do a lot against a 0 armor Tiny.
Yeah, with Tiny dead, his TP's on cooldown as well, so it's going to be a little while till he gets back on the map. This will allow some aggressive rotations here from the side of For Fun. It's nighttime as well, so here we see Snaking, maybe setting up a kill here on Nuages. Grax actually just nukes the creep, so it's going to be on cooldown. He's not going to be able to do anything. Spirits gets to rejoice.
Yeah, I mean, they got Benny back in the game, right? So they're going to be okay for a moment. Hopefully he does not DC again, because I don't know what they can do at this point. Right, if he DCs, I'm not sure if it just auto pauses and then the mod,
it'll auto pause and the mod, the admin will unpause the game.
Wow.
That's what's going to happen. Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under an extraordinary amount of stress.
This is why, not all the Dota is a free-to-play game. Not everyone who has the game has amazing systems or setups. A lot of pro players, a lot of pro players who play this game or become pro players, they actually do so because Dota's the only game they have for such a long period of time. Ooh, Benny, he's dropping pretty low here, taking a lot of grass. Thankfully, they don't have crippling fear on the Night Stalker. Yeah, he's holding one skill point though.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Is Night Stalker just clicks you over and over and over again. As soon as you time walk, he's gonna avoid you and chase you into the tower. So you're in this kind of weird scenario where it's like, do you just time walk a few auto attacks, or do you just suck up the damage? Like, it's a hard lane to be in for sure. All right, they are gonna see Envy here in the jungle. Avalanche on par. Mini goes in with that astral step to simulate. We'll finish him off. Nice gank. Good ward placement there from the side of Spears, shutting down that Envy.
Under attack.
Anything to slow down.
It gets an arcane rune though. Ooh boy, they're trying to bait that next astral step. Goes ahead up onto the high ground. Does manage to clip Aurelia with that for the time being, so it does slow him.
Has been slain.
Lane Courier dies. Does it get delivered? It does not. So he's missing his self, sitting at half HP now on Benny.
That'll slow down his farm so much. He's far back against
Honk's in. He has no time walk actually for 4 more seconds. Just Chronos. All 3 heroes immediately waiting for the TP in from the time. They have plenty of vision to work with though, thanks to this Ascension. Envy has this blade mail. They will time walk himself away, but immediately pulled back by that Rubik, and they are just gonna look for the Tiny now. Another DC comes out. I'm assuming the admin's just gonna unpause again.
Yep.
There it is.
You have to do this. He's dead right now. Oh, is Hayne using the game? He knows that they're not allowed to be paused, I suppose.
Yeah.
Tiny about to go down as well.
Yep, this is a fantastic dive. Great rotation coming out here from For Fun. Envy using that honk for a good reason, because he needs to get out of the top lane anyway, right? So why not come bottom, help push the tower, get a couple kills, some great experience. Mid lane Ryoya is not going to be so lucky though, as he gets pulled back in by that Sinister Gaze, brought down by that Void Spirit Brax. Quick TP on in, finishes him off with that bonus night vision, and that's 3 points in Void, and he's going to keep chasing the Lich here, using those phase boots, 1 point in Void, but not going to do it.
Yep. At that point, we're about getting hit by a Frost Blast and keeping it's, it's full collected brass. High Priest.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he doesn't need to kill the Lich, right? It's just, it's like, oh, forced him off wherever he's going to go somewhere else, he'll be low HP, so no big deal. He also has 12 wand charges, so he's pretty tanky.
Yep.
On right to the high ground. He's now who's going to pay attention to the Slark telekinesis can happen, but the magic damage is just way too much. Mini here on that Void Spirit. 1 second left till that rune spawns. Nice avalanche from the Tiny, trying to get the toss, but crippling fear is there. Fade Bolt as well. He's gonna double back to try and throw them off the rest of his team's scent, and a double kill there for Replay. Move, pump faking that hook shot, ends up getting it, steals the rune in his face. Oh man, Moo, this guy.
That's gotta feel pretty bad.
He was just bottling up, right? He was just like, all right, one more bottle, no big deal.
Envy.
What did Envy do?
He picks. You have the empty bottle on Leshrac over here. Envy sees the double damage and thinks, this will increase my farming speed. Picks it up in front of the Leshrac and just starts clearing camps.
I was expecting him to pick up that bounty rune too, but
no, he leaves that one.
Yeah, the Blade Mail active, man. It's so good at clearing Ancient Camp. Just max out Dispersion, 0 points in Desolate, and he's going to go ahead and stack that next Creep Camp. Almost misses it, actually, but... Yeah, look at how quick these creeps die. Just a Blade Mail Dispersion.
Yep.
It's really fast.
And yeah, this allows them to kill the Ancient as well. See, like every attack that they do onto Spectre returns like 50 damage or something like that. Bottom lane, Roy shoving in the lane, stopping this catapult. He's got a catapult. Oh no, doesn't have a catapult of his own. I kicked that back completely. They're playing a little bit slower on For Fun right now, but honestly, they're fine with that. They want to get a couple more items on Spectre. Once they have that Mantis style, they'll probably start making plays. Envy once again doing the same thing he did last game. It was just a little bit confusing to me in the last game because he had an open inventory slot when he sent back his Rings of Regen. But, you're min-maxing with this. You bring the courier out, put the ring on it, and then you sell the ring back in the base. So if you're not sitting at full HP, the Ring of Regen just doesn't have any value anymore.
Top lane, Chrono comes out. They find the Night Stalker. A great gank coming out here from Spirits. They should be able to finish him off. Crippling Fury does come up. Brax pop one. Dark Ascension up into the trees. He's safe. They actually take down the Faceless Void first. A great crush comes out, but Envy feeling pretty tanky right now. Mini will be able to after-step himself away, but Time might not be as lucky. Great Chain Frost going to bounce on through, but they soak it. No problem. 3 kills for the side of For Fun as they get nothing. And honestly, Brax looks like he's going to keep chasing. I saw them setting up top lane, and I thought, maybe they could get this kill onto the Night Stalker, but Brax's build is fantastic. Phase boots, drums, bracer. He's got those infused raindrops, that wand. Like, he's built to be super survivable, and as soon as that rotation comes in, he pops that Dark Ascension. It is going to be on cooldown. Of nighttime coming up in just about 2 minutes.
Yep. That's yeah, you don't have too much downtime at the moment. You'll probably pop that Dark Ascension just before it hits night next time, or you'll hold it. I mean, that's what Brax did the bottom lane. He was holding a skill point, didn't know whether or not he needed the silence of the Dark Ascension for the kills. But once they were diving behind that tower, he pops it, so hiding in the trees was worthless for the enemy team. He'll probably save it for that AoE vision just because it's such an important tool to take team fights.
That's a good point. Faded Brooch drop there for the Radiant. I mean, I'm assuming you put that... I mean, I'd probably give it to Slardar, honestly, but no, you give it to Tiny. Faded Brooch is actually pretty sick.
Yeah, the extra movement speed allows you to close the gap, and being able to use more spells, not just 1 or 2 combos, and then you're done. Gap closing is wonderful. What's this courier doing? It's Envy, is he? That's
He's
Envy.
just setting up for when he wants to TP to the top lane, maybe? I don't know.
Interesting.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
Maybe he
like
thought he was going to
nobody's
TP top
business.
momentarily, and so he
Structures
sent his courier there preemptively, but no idea.
This is some Giga Brain Eternal Envy
Dire's
stuff for
top
sure.
tower is under attack.
He's figuring out where he wants to TP to next and then moving the courier to that location.
Yeah.
That is efficient.
Tower is
Mid lane, hookshot, comp the faces, split telekinesis, really hits him with that split earth. They even had a stolen crush as well to get the kill move. Will go down to the damage there from the Void Spirit. Brax nearby does have Dark Ascension in 2. They turn this. Looks like he'll go right into this guy's pop that crypt. Ooh, didn't actually get the crippling trigger off. Chain Frost comes through. A lot of return damage, but unfortunately for them, Lich is already dead. Now Void Spirit silenced, avoided on down. They get that kill, no problem. Envy's the one who ends up picking it up. You know, a 3-for-1 this time. They at least managed to pull a hero for spirits, but it's just this clockwork. You're not actually getting a big important kill, and it's something that they really need because they're starting to fall behind really fast.
Yeah, I mean, the Clockwork, he's more than happy to go down in return for basically anything. And that's, you know, the purpose this hero serves up until he gets like a 4-staff. He's a suicide initiator. Yes, he puts himself very far out of position, but like a good power cogs after the hook shot will like separate the enemy team and put them in a very awkward position where they can't take a fight.
Intentional?
Can we get a sick 5 more kills on the side of fun? Let's blaze it up, have a good time.
The 420. Yes.
We need another meme this game, guys. We definitely do. Ooh, top lane Roya got found, but that equals being put to good use. Avalanche toss can be there, but Sinister Gaze might be enough. It's not. They managed to bring him down with that Void. Envy grabs the next kill. 3 more, Fun. Let's go.
Come on.
3 more kills.
You can do it.
Give them to us.
Benny, he's moving to pretty dangerous territory. The enemies do have vision over. Yeah, they ping that out. They
This is
catch
the
him.
worst place to be. This is legitimately this hard camp here is the scariest place in the entire map.
Yep.
I have played countless pubs and watched my carry die on this camp so many times to understand it.
I have no reason.
The best part is when they die there, then they go back in there immediately after they die.
Yeah, because it's the closest to the face.
Yeah.
That's what always happens. They'll like go back and be like, "What? I just tried to farm." I'm like, "Go into the triangle."
I can't believe they're still there. They said.
Haunted. He's gonna be able to find Benny backside the fight. Brax making some space with that crippling fear. A nice jump in from Mini. Royale's pretty low. Gotta be careful. Does have a Yule. He died before the 20th kill. You're ruining it for us all, Benny. Or for Rioya, whatever. Moo goes down as well. Nice Chain Frost doing some serious damage. Eternal Envy just crippled, not moving at all, but does manage to find Slardar with that dagger. In comes Brax with that crippling Dark Ascension. 1 more auto attack finds the kill. A 2-for-2 ends up being not that bad for spirits, but Brax is not done.
Wages, what are you doing, big guy? Your team's already gone. There's no reason for you to be there. Mini tries to set something up. Nothing is going to come of this stuff. Only death.
Yeah, Night Stalker has 3,200 gold in the bank. You know, this could have a great score, but for some reason, you know, Roya and Clockwork just decided they needed to die. I don't know.
Ruin our fun, yeah. You're going for a Aghanim Scepter on the Night Stalker? This seems like a very not Brax move, but he's not really sure what else to buy. The enemies aren't far enough ahead that really warrants you buying a BKB. And they are kind of grouped up and pushing enemy base, so maybe the AoE Void is good for that reason here, but it feels a little bit underwhelming. It's a good Aghanim Scepter, there's just too many other items on Night Stalker that feel superior to it.
It is really strong as far as damage output, the interrupt as well, the continued chase, stuff like that. And but yeah, I'm a big fan of like just the blink build on Night Stalker. This hero is very fun with the Blink Dagger, and he's just going to walk up onto the high ground, find Void Spirit, Crippling Fear. They're not going to let him get anywhere. Slardar blinks right into that fear, so it's going to stop right away, and a nice Cogs comes out to save Snaking. Chrono does catch 2. They're going to turn it in, but Spectre, so dang taking the toss, actually sends him away from the Chain Frost. Not what you want to see there, and the Yules will be able to absorb a lot more of those bounces. Still no one dead on the side of Zero, and they just clean up that Faceless Void.
The Chain Frost could have done a little bit of...
They might be able to find the Rubik here. Avalanche, not quite there. The Stolen Crush. You've got Are you kidding me? And now an avalanche. It's gonna be a wipe.
Rubik. They just have so many stuns. They are so on point. Yeah, they call the game just like that. 18 minutes in. 200 MS, Benny says, not having a very good time. But for fun, they take their first 2-0 series. Much needed victory. I'm ashamed that they were having some lag on Faceless Void there, but you know, in the grand scheme of things, I'm not sure it would have mattered. They played very strong, aggressive game, and you know, I think things only got easier for them the further this got in.